Welcome back to GearWire.com. I'm Owen O'Malley. And this sort of Irish Spring looking little box right here is the T-Rex Tonebug Sustainer. Now a sustainer is a dynamic effect. It sort of combines a compressor and an auto gain makeup. And the intention is to take notes that you're playing on your guitar and sort of sustain them beyond their natural decay rate. The T-Rex Tonebug Sustainer accomplishes this with a rather Spartan array of controls. You've got compression, and then sustain, two separate controls there, and then you've got an attack switch, whether slow or fast. We're going to keep it on slow for the time being, and let's just listen to our bypassed signal. We're playing a Fender Blacktop Jaguar into a Fender Pro Junior 3. Now let's kick on our sustainer with the controls at sort of moderate settings. You can hear our output is actually a little bit lower. The Tonebug is not a booster pedal. You're getting some gain reduction when you first hit it, but listen to what happens to the decay of the note after the initial attack. Here there's actually a volume swell going. The compressor controls how much the gain is reduced when you first hit the pedal, and the sustain controls how much the gain is then boosted after that initial attack. So let's bring our compressor down. Now you can hear we're still breaking up and we're getting a little bit of extra sustain. Now if we really crank the compressor, you can hear a noise floor come up a little bit. It's a really radical effect. Now if we move over to fast attack, you can pretty clearly hear the difference between slow attack and fast attack. Basically, your compressor just kicks in a little bit slower when you're on slow attack and faster when you're on fast attack. That's pretty self-explanatory. So now let's bring our compressor down to a slightly less exaggerated setting and increase our sustain. You can hear what's happening with the sustain control is you're not necessarily changing the level, but you're changing how gradually your level returns. You can hear sustain is really basically a release control. And a higher amount on the sustain, the longer the release. Now since you are getting some gain reduction when you first hit the sustainer, I think that it helps to have an effect like a booster or an overdrive after the sustainer if you want to use the sustainer for doing some solo effects. So again, here's our bypass level. We're losing some gain, so we'll kick on this booster over here. We've got a DVK hairball over here. And that's going quite a way to make up the gain lost in the compression stage on the sustainer. So some pretty cool effects there, and it gets even cooler when you kick on the overdrive. So you can hear it's a way of getting some cool overdrive sustain without having to reach for one of your like modern high gain distortion pedals or a fuzz pedal. You get that cool, long, sustained legato note, perfect for soloing, psychedelic soloing. But you retain a pretty classic gain tone. As part of the Tonebug series, the T-Rex Tonebug Sustainer is a pretty affordable pedal. It's $99, powered off 9-volt battery or 9-volt power supply, which we're powering off right now. We're using a godlike Powerall. And it's pretty compact. It's a pretty subtle effect, but play around with it a little bit and play with it, and you'll get some really cool tones out of it, some very different distortion tones, different solo tones, even some cool rhythm stuff in there. If I could add one thing to the Sustainer, it would be a master output to sort of make up for the gain lost when you first hit that compression stage. But if you got a booster pedal, then, you know, no big deal. Even if you've got an overdrive pedal, you just keep the distortion down on the overdrive and boost your level, and you get basically a boost pedal, and you can make up some gain right there. But that is the T-Rex Tonebug Sustainer. You've been watching GearWire.com. I'm Owen O'Malley. Thanks for checking us out.